works over there. That's my mother. I have the schluss of being here for many years, back in the days when we had the trailers in this building. And it's amazing to see what it's built up to become. And I'll say one of my memories that sticks.
People in Allentown will give us some money, though.
We will maybe bring the Roshei Yeshiva in. He can make a good pitch, right? So
if it's worth it,
Oh, we should explore that. That's a good idea. One of my memories in Mesivta Chaim Shlomo was walking through the hallowed hallways and seeing a picture of Moshe Feinstein, which was along with other Gedolei Yisrael that were on the wall. And something I grew up in the post 1986 post Ramosha era, so it was already ingrained in me from the yeshiva. The Ramosha was known as the Gadol Hador. And it never was really explained to me like what the Torah Shebal Peh was of what made Ramosha, like in many people's eyes, not just a Gadol Hador, but in many eyes, the Gadol Hador. And I did a little bit of introspection and I did a little bit of research to try to answer that question. So I'll give just what we call, like the Sefer Chinuch says, Mishorshei HaMitzvah. He doesn't give us all the reasons, but he gives us a few reasons. So I found in a Sefer, you may have heard of it, called Rav Yaakov Bender Shlita on the Chumash. In Parshas Vayechi, he quotes from Nissen Alpert Zechron Livracha, who in his Hesped for Rav Moshe, on the pasuk he quotes that Vasisa imadi chesed ve'emes. The Yaakov Avinu asks, he should do for me chesed and emes. So the shaila is, why is that the chesed comes before the emes? So Rav Moshe, he exemplified this, that he took questions from anybody, it didn't matter who they were. He helped anybody, it didn't matter who they were. His starting point was always the chesed, that way he then approached the emes. Because Rav Nissen Alpert says, stated in the Sefer, that if he started with the emes, he would never get to the chesed. And I thought, when I was reading what Rebbe's words were, it occurred to me, one of his tshuvas post-Holocaust, about all these women, Rachmana litzlan, who had lost their husbands, he writes in there, I feel I'm bound, I'm obligated, I have to do something about it. Now it doesn't mean, we read the next words, he says, Vashem Yisparach, Yazrenashol, Nishol, Chasashol, Dvar Halach, Virena, Emes Halach, Lamaisa. Doesn't mean Chasashol, he just like put the Shulchan Aruch to the side. It meant that he was motivated through Chesed, but that way he was able to find the Emes as well. So just, I'll wrap up now. I recognize that I might have a little bit of a different style of things, but I remember still, one of my fondest memories is Night Seder in the Mesivta. I still hear ringing in my head Rabbi Trank's, pre-Night Seder Hisiris, where he would scream at us, Rabbi Sai, learning Torah is the Iker, and in the days when it would be snowing, he's like, Rabbi Sai, the base medrash never closes. That's a rallying cry that stuck with me throughout the years. And I still remember in 5th grade when I was in elementary school, we had the boys. Do you still have the boys' choir at the dinner? So I remember the 5th grade. So I still remember I was part of that back in the day, and I still could hear the tunes. Kadiyas bin Yisrael Elvias. So I teach it to my kids as well. I'm trying to teach it to the kids. We have a day school that people come from very different backgrounds. So I'm gonna hopefully instill that song in them. That way, who knows where they'll be down the line, but they'll know the truth of the Torah. The final thing I'll just say is that. Again, all this comes back. I do a lot of work in Allentown. Rabbi Bender Shlita said that I'm the Rav of Allentown. It's because it's by process of elimination. I kind of become the Mar Dasra of the area. So a lot of what I have to do is, I don't get to sit down and learn all day. I try to make time for learning, being Kaveh Itim L'Torah. But at the same time, a lot of my work is liaisoning with state representatives and mayors and congressmen, etc., v'chulei v'chulei. But what helps me keep things straight is that what was instilled in me when I was in Mesivta Chaim Shlomo is that, all the photo ops and being on the TV stations and writing for the newspapers, that's all cute and nice. There's nothing that equals being mechavein to Toises Kasha or being able to chap Shan Rav Elchanan or Rav Baruch Ber. There's nothing that equals that. And even though most of my day I don't get to spend doing that anymore, still, that's what motivates me. So when I have to go on TV and they ask me questions about Judaism and Jews and what I'm representing, remember, it's not about nationalism, it's not about culture, it's not about the bagels and lox. It's about this, about the Torah. That's the Iker. And that's the lesson that I got from Rabbi Bender, from the yeshiva, and I just want to be makartai for all that. So please enjoy on the house, these Svarim, a Liker Moshe Feinstein's Torah for Yeshiva.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And here's Moshe.
Yeah, there you go. It's a popular name.
He didn't say it pretty obvious.
Right, it's a
How did
leaker.
he start? I don't think I remember saying that.
It's a leaker.
Thank you very much for doing it.
Absolutely, yes. I've been there for about 6 months now, but we were connected for 5 years. So
Until they swept me to the biggest city in the United States, the biggest job, right?
Connecticut.
Look at that spot Rabbi trained. Look at Rabbi trained that spot
We were in Stanford
20 years ago.
and now we're downtown. So, so we're at elementary school. Thank you for as our Menahel.
You got Michael also? You had the baby or your brother?
My brother did, yes. Baruch Hashem, lots of smachos.
We'll still take
Mrs. Kurtz, you gotta be very, very proud.
Thank you.
Beyond, there's no words, Rabbi Ben.
This is Kurtz. This is.
Dorney Park.
Dorney Park.
6 minutes from his house.
Dorney Park.